welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Queen Book, aka Levahat, and this is my co-host Bueller, and our lovely guest Halima Jama. Check her out, guys. She's a photographer, a storyteller. HalimaJama.com.
An artiste.
Yes, you got it. HalimaJama.com or my user handles on Twitter, Instagram, HalimaJama _.
That's it, just underscore afterwards. HalimaJama _.
Yeah,
so add her up, guys. Thanks so much. So our next segment is what's happening in this world. I don't know. So let's talk about it. Well, you got the first story. What's up?
Well, did you hear about the family of 11 Somali refugees that came to Canada, to Winnipeg?
Okay.
Have you heard about that?
No. What happened?
Okay, well, there's a family of 11 kids.
Okay.
Who, have you heard about this?
I did.
Syrian?
I read it.
Okay. Somali refugees. There is a family, they lived in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Their mother passed away a long time ago from natural causes, Allah yarham. And
sorry, they lived in Saudi Arabia. Mommy passed away.
Father just passed away recently.
Okay. Did they execute him? These Saudis? Did they
flag
flag him?
That could be considered natural cause in Saudi Arabia, but
but I hate Saudi. But anyways, continue.
Anyway,
guys, I'm very biased with that when it comes to that country.
Extremely. So as soon as the father passed away, Allah yarham, they took away the kids, shari, everything, and just like tried to send them back to Somalia.
Okay.
These kids have no roots in Somalia. They've never been there.
No.
And it's
so they're Somali by ethnic background, but they were never born there or lived there.
All they know is Jeddah.
Okay.
That's all they know.
Got it.
So now they're in a position where they have to be forced back, to Somalia.
Yeah, because the Arabs don't want them.
Exactly. And so they're just maneuvering, abandoned house, whatever they can do. So the brother are they trying to hide out from the government? Yes, and the powers that be, authorities and everything. So So the brother had enough. You know what I mean? He did what he had to do. Here.
Living in Saudi Arabia, both parents passed away. The family in constant danger of being rounded up and sent back to war-torn Somalia.
Every day is dangerous in Saudi Arabia. They are not safe there.
So there are two remarkable journeys. First, Fatih. 15 months ago, he flew from Saudi Arabia all the way to Los Angeles on a student visa. He made his way to Seattle. Then he bussed across to Minnesota. He got a ride to the Canadian border at Emerson, Manitoba. From there, he walked to Winnipeg, where he had a cousin.
Local agencies took him in, and sponsors worked hard and fast with Canadian authorities to bring his brothers and sisters over.
He had goals and he had dreams and he had a family.
Yeah.
So there's no, he had to do what he had to do by hook or crook. So he made his way up top. He's scrambling now. He's here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's trying to figure out what to do. He went through a rough year. He was homeless. I don't know how he survived. MashaAllah, the guy is resilient. He survived. He finally got in touch with the Anglican diocese church. They took him in. And the church really looked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I honestly, you hear these stories, right? You hear a lot of refugees that are coming into Canada, and I personally love a love story in the sense of hardship, you know what I mean, resilience and triumph. Exactly. I love it. But here's my I have two concerns.
Okay.
So my first concern / comment is, I have a thing where we're Muslim refugees, right? We're all human beings. We're the same race. I get it, but I would like to see more refugees being helped by other Muslims, right? I myself am a refugee. I'm not a newcomer, but I've been here for the last, I'm not going to say because then you will know my age. But what is that I came from Somalia. I was born in Somalia, raised in Italy, and then when we got here, my family and I, we lived in a church, right? The church helped us.
Wow.
Same in Italy. When we were in Italy, I was raised by a nun for the first 3 years. I was raised by a nun because my parents were working, right? And as immigrants, I completely understand. So what I'm trying to say is that although I love the help, wallahi I do. That being said, I just wish to see more Muslim, and I know there's Muslim associations, I know there's mosques, I know there are communities out there, but I want to see more of it.
It'll help with the transition, right? It won't be so foreign.
But
you know what I mean?
The most beautiful thing about this, and I don't know if they share this, but the church and the organization, they were so mindful of this family that they looked for specifically a woman who was Somali, who was Muslim, and so the family settled with her, so they can continue their, you know, upbringing the way it kind of was. So they're in Dhacay, it's being preserved, because they realize we cannot keep them, because we'll take them away from Dhacay, and we want them to preserve as much of what
their
they're
deen,
used
their culture.
And so it was most wonderful. They found a woman who was Somali, and she was willing to house them, that's a lot of kids, mashallah. And
you know, it's funny, speaking of, going back to the story that I was telling, I was raised by a nun, and everything was fine. My parents were cool with it. Wonderful people, wonderful people. Okay, and it was a whole entire church. So the nun was raising me, and I lived with her. And my parents came to visit one weekend, and I told them, you know, Mommy, this is where I go to the bathroom. This is my closet. This is my bedroom. And then I got to my bedroom, and I said, this is my bed. And then I told them, I said, before I go to bed, Papa, got on my knees, star Papa, you know, pray to Jesus, and then we're good to go. Let me tell you, my parents, right there and then, I was out. It was in the story. God bless that woman's heart. She had the best intentions, but she's a nun. She's doing her prayer. Yeah, I joined her too.
And
you know what I mean?
all she knew.
Exactly, right? So yes, you are right in the sense of you have to be able to give these refugees an easy transition.
Yes.
But the best part would be, and alhamdulillah, that they found a Muslim woman that they can stay with.
Who was Somali. I think that was most beautiful. It wasn't enough that she's Muslim. They had to outsource and look for a woman specifically who was Somali.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And so, like I said, I wish I could find more. You know, I just want to hear more stories of Muslim associations.
I think it would have been good in Minneapolis, though. I mean, that place is...
I wonder why he left, huh?
I don't know, man.
And then again, Winnipeg, we had a story a couple of weeks ago where this lovely family, a mother and a father, got their kids taken away by Winnipeg's child services. So
you guys better watch out.
It's a bit of a...
But I also think, here's the thing, and perhaps it's me being skeptical or superstitious or whatever else. There are constant stories like these. Constant. But the thing is, people don't want to talk about them so often. Right? You don't want to put Muslim narratives to the surface. You want to keep the stereotypes that are going on circulating. You don't want to but the only difference is this was the federal government that was involved. And of course the federal government, you know, anytime they're involved publicly, most times you'll hear about the great things that they do, like how they were a hero of the day. Whichever.
More like the municipal governments are more of the tyrants than local. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they are closer to us, right? Federal's a bit up, but municipal's right there. So inshallah, they have a great transition, and inshallah, they
love this country.
Yeah, exactly.
More than we do.
And I hope they can stay warm, because it's cold out here.
Winnipeg too.
You know. So our next story, I guess what I wanted to share with you guys. So actually, wait, I completely forgot. There's a GoFundMe page.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Mo, for telling me that. That's who was whispering in my ear. If you guys were wondering, he's in there back there. But anyways, it's a GoFundMe page for the 11 refugees. So guys, check it out. We're gonna plop it up there and donate. We were speaking about this because we were rehearsing earlier, just kind of going through the stories. And we've decided at Sheeko Sheeko to contribute $50 each to the GoFundMe page for the 11 refugees. May Allah, you know, you throw out, you guys, it's what you're supposed to give a charity, you know what I mean? So zakat, exactly. Sadaqah as well. So guys, give it out. And we would love our viewers to do the same and share that. So check out the GoFundMe page. It's going to be on this link. And give some moolah. Click, click, click. Enter, enter, enter. Yeah.
Yo hede ho bala yo hede ho bala yo hede ho bala yo hede halkiyaan ku ababiyo hargeysiyo burcoy hede ho bala yo hede